Rewind the tape. Okay, that was really bad.
Hello and welcome to Rewind the
Oh,
Tape.
no? Absolutely not.
Come on, I thought that was good.
With everything that's going on in Russia right now, let's just not do that. The residents have been through enough.
It wasn't, it was a hybrid accent.
It doesn't matter. I mean, drag Germany. No shade to German. It's like, I'll probably end up moving there one day. There's nowhere else to go.
This is Wait, Rewind the Tape. We are a comedy podcast that has very few laughs and even fewer listeners.
Come on.
I am the co-host, Nessa. Whoa, second name. Whoops.
I'm not cutting it. Might have to bleep it. Natalie.
And that's Ruth.
Oh, yeah.
Just Ruth. And anyway.
Just Ruth. I hate that name.
This week we watched, or actually over the course of many weeks, we watched Inventing Anna.
Sorry.
AKA the German heiress or fake German heiress.
Russian German heiress. The Russian German heiress.
Well, she wasn't.
Is it oligarch or oligarch?
Oligarch, I say, but who knows? Well, she was not. She was neither an oligarch nor an heiress.
Yeah,
nor an heiress for an oligarch's fortune. She fooled everyone, or many people, into thinking that she was, though. So we'll spend the next hour and a half dissecting this story.
Just talking absolute nonsense.
And various other things. But before we do that, how's your week been, Ruth?
Every time you ask me that, I want to sing that Mario Winan song. I don't want to know. If you're playing me, keep it on the low. Is that the greatest song ever recorded? I don't know, maybe.
Take it anymore. Did he have any other hits?
I mean, it depends who you ask. If you ask me, yes. So he is, okay, not me starting up. You can tell I'm gagging to talk about this. Not that this has anything to do with the question you asked me, but when do I ever answer any of the questions directly? Never. He's a Winans, which is like a big deal. They're like a family of singers. A Winans. Mario Winan. Okay. Yeah, he's one of the Winans. I'm saying it wrong. Adding plurals where there should not be.
He's a Winan.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're like traditionally like a group of like kind of like sibling gospel singers, but then like different people in the family have done different things. Like I'm sure you've heard of CeCe and BB Winan. They're predominantly gospel, especially CeCe Winan, but they have like some contemporary albums. I mean, contemporary albums. Maybe I thought they were contemporary. Maybe they were gospel albums, but I thought they were contemporary. They have. I'll send. No, I never sent you the songs. I'll send you.
You do, but weeks later, with no context, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Do you know why? It's because I'll be listening back to an old episode, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I never.
And then I'll randomly receive a link to a gospel
album. You're like, okay,
yeah.
CeCe Winan is one of them. I'm sure we talked about her before because she's probably my favorite gospel singer. I was just a child when I heard the Savior coming. She says, leading. I was drawn to what I could not understand. She's like full Disney. I love it.
Yeah, that does sound very Disney-esque.
It's so Disney. Oh my god. I've thought to myself, like, how has she not had, unless I don't know about her, how has she not had a Disney deal? Because honey, if anybody could do it. Sorry, of course. So like that name alone is like a big deal, but he wasn't gospel, obviously he was mainstream. But he definitely put God into his music. But yeah, he was. Yeah, definitely. He had this like.
But so back to his hits.
Yeah. So he was on. Let me not confuse the two songs, because Diddy did this song called "I Need a Girl." There's part 1 and part 2, and I always forget which one's which. Yeah, I think that's part 2.
Okay.
So he's on part 1, which if you ask anybody in this household, is the one. I didn't know, because my brother's quite young. He's like 20. No, he's turned 21 now, hasn't he? So like, I didn't think he'd know that. He knows all the words. At Christmas, we were like, because at Christmas you just end up on YouTube watching stuff, because it's like, what are we doing? Why are we gathering? No shade.
Or everybody around someone's phone as well.
Yes.
And it's embarrassing when you're the one that's picked the video, because you thought you remembered it was either something good or something funny, and then it's neither of those things, and you're like, oh no, wait, maybe this isn't the one. Let me just find let me just find a good one. And then you're like, oh, I think this one, and everybody's just looking at you like, you idiot. Yeah, exactly.
When you're with siblings or cousins, they don't hold back.
They're not going to hold any punches. Jab you in the gut.
You'll ever get in life is pulling up the wrong TikTok or putting on the wrong YouTube video.
If you want to be slow clapped in the most painful way possible, that's the way to go.
Nothing worse than a good one. You're like,
yeah,
that's it.
When you really like, you're trying to prove your worth almost. They'll really think that I'm funny. Finally.
I'm going to show them once and for all. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I actually love it though. I've really embraced that I used to get so upset, but now I know, like, I'm a vibe killer. I put on the wrong thing. I'm like, fine. Like, once I was in somebody's car, this wasn't with siblings, and they were like, I was like, I'll pick the song, because I just basically don't care what anyone else wants to listen to. I want to listen to a particular song that's been in my head. I'm better now, but I used to like have to listen to the songs that I wanted to listen to. Am I better now? I don't know. But I put on a song. It was just like a chill song, and I thought everyone would vibe to it, and everyone was like, and somebody said, like,
depressing.
Yes.
And you're there like, isn't it good?
This is the one. They're like, okay. We're literally on the way to a club. Okay.
Yeah, this is really like maybe an after the club kind of thing when you're alone in the room on your own.
But I only have 2 vibes, like that, or like
turned up and turned down.
Girls' night out, and people are like, you listen to this? And I'm like, absolutely.
What are you going to do about it? Yes, this is a one Selena Gomez song that I know.
Oh,
we will listen to it on repeat.
I actually listened to that Selena Gomez song that you told me to listen to. Put Your Hands on Me.
No, can't keep my hands to myself.
Nobody has ever asked something. I'm thinking of like lay your hands.
Put your hands on.
Yeah, because that's like laying hands on people, which is a very like spiritual thing to do.
Can't keep my hands to myself.
And she literally says, and I get why you thought I was singing that song, she says the exact same line. So if I was her when I was performing live, I would chop those songs into each other. That would be the best transition. Like literally,
maybe
when
she
says the line, she probably does.
Maybe she does.
And that song she has with Coldplay, that new one, it's all right.
Oh God, I don't. It turns out we're big Selena fans. Probably.
I know, but like we don't know any of her songs.
Probably. Yeah. But did you hear the all of the uppers and downers?
Yes, but she doesn't say. She says all of the uppers and downs, or something like that. That's just that you
keep making love to each other, and that's why you can't keep your hands to yourself. I know exactly that feeling.
Yeah, but she used to have a bit of a.
Sorry, I know the mix of uppers and downers. That's MDMA and alcohol.
Really?
Can't keep your hands to yourself.
I thought it was like that was a Ket year.
Yeah, but Ket's a massive downer, so what's the upper?
Definitely MD, you're right there. And I'm sorry, but those guys definitely on cocaine. No way, not judging. Just making assumptions about people I've never met in my entire life and never will.
Not observations. We know nothing. None of this is grounded in fact. Look, all we're saying is the song's good. We liked it. Yeah. It's a bop.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't love it. The production was okay. I like the minimal production. That's what I like about her. She has quite minimal pop production, which I quite like. But there's always like those songs like that, not Selena Gomez songs like that in general around that time. It's like when River Island used to always just put glitter on your favorite pair of jeans, and you'd be like, why did you do that? They were nice.
And then on the men's jeans, well, this is probably a few more years back actually than this, but they would put just like a silver foil eagle that is slightly distressed on a checkered shirt. You think, God. This checkered shirt's nice from the front, and then you pick it off the hanger. And it's just some crap all over it.
They used to just add something that would just ruin the whole thing, and it was annoying because their clothes actually fit, and it was rare on the high street for me anyway. I put on, I'd be like, this looks good on. Oh no, wait, there's a silver spike pointing out the back. Okay, cool, fine.
Oh wait, this is heavily distressed.
What was with this? And do you remember the distressing? The way they would do it would be like a brown bootleg distress. It's like, what's that? Like, when am I going to wear this? I don't actually mind brown distressing. I think because of the high street, it got such a bad rep, but you can do it nicely, very rarely, and in a way that I can't afford. But yeah,
I just think the best distressing is when it's natural, aka when you've been wearing your favorite pair of jeans and suddenly the hole that you've just been worrying gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Until it becomes indecent to wear. You'll still wear them though for probably maybe another 6 months to a year until it's really too much and you can't wear them. Until people start actually commenting on how indecent.
I've definitely.
And then it's RIP those jeans.
Is it?
Well, no, well, for me, they're just sat in a corner waiting for me to, go and get them like repaired so that I can, circular economy them.
I do actually have a pair of jeans at the moment I'm never throwing away because I had this pair of jeans in, I think it was 2011, that were in my top 3 jeans I've ever owned. And even though something happened to them, I think they ripped at the thigh, or they were tiny, so they'd never fit me now. But I just wish I'd kept them as a reference. So now I know that there's a pair of jeans that like they don't fit me anymore, but they're like, again, top 3 jeans. I'm never throwing them away because somebody's going to remake those goddamn jeans for me. Yeah. I don't give a heck.
Yes,
so nice. And they're vintage as well. They don't make, again, let me preface this by saying, in my budget, they don't make jeans like that anymore. I'm sure they do. They just cost more than I'm willing to pay. So, yeah.
But I tell you who would pay for jeans like that, not on her own dollar.
Selena Gomez. Oh,
no, Anna Delvey.
Is this a Selena Gomez podcast? We don't know enough about her to do a fangirl podcast.
From Barney to Bieber to now.
She was on Selena. Barney.
She's the little girl in Barney.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
That's really cute. I didn't know that. That's adorable. I love Barney. Shout out to Barney.
Really?
Yeah, God. So scheming. You don't know Barney?
Barney the dinosaur. Of course I know Barney. And I the shit out of Barney. Me. Oh, I thought you said you don't know Barney. Of course
Barney was all right. It was a vibe. And he had the moves. And he had that friend who was green with the purple, who I love. What?
I just didn't like any of it. It annoyed the hell out of me, that show.
And I love Barney memes. Barney memes are up there. Have you seen the one where he's like doing the evil face? It's funny.
I don't hang out on Barney meme pages though.
What about the one where someone's got like a full Barney costume and they're like pretending to be passed out and he's surrounded by bottles? That was my top meme of 2020.
Oh wow, and 2020 was rife with memes. We had nothing better to do.
Nothing.
Either make memes or consume them. Yeah. Guess which side we were on, guys. The lazy side.
I think that's the first time I made a meme.
Did you make a meme?
I made a few. Some of those memes in my stories are DL.
NFT, those bad boys.
You can't tell me you can't notice that they're DIY. My DIY memes are no good.
Please share them. All right. Okay. So back to the purpose, the crux of this podcast, talking about things that we watched. I watched Inventing Anna. I finished Inventing Anna a few weeks ago. So once again, I am probably not as fresh on all the detail.
But, I finished it this morning, but again, I had questions and I was watching. To be honest, when I was halfway, I was going to ask you, but then I thought, just wait.
Okay,
I think it was. Enough. I got in. I didn't get into it until episode 3, and then I was like, okay, they've got me now. Because before that, it was too like, I don't want to watch privileged people talk in this like mean girls intro way. Like it's just annoying. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anna had everything. It was just funny. I'm sitting here with a tummy ache, and I do not have time for this shit.
I do not have time. Yeah, fair enough.
I'm not gonna lie, there were points where I was like, she's relatable. I get it. I get it.
She just wants to get shit done. And she has no money.
Exactly. And okay, we'll get into that in a second, but what was I gonna say? Okay, yes, it links because I think it was episode 4 where I was like, okay, before the episode ended, but I think by the end of the episode I got it, but halfway through episode 4 I was like, I don't really get what she did that was so bad.
Oh.
Like it wasn't really, I was like, I know she was lying about her identity.
Yeah.
But I was also like, but she wasn't doing anything. And then I think she put a load of money on that woman's credit card, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it.
When no, she went to Morocco and things turned.
Oh no, I meant Langston.
Oh yeah, Sally Langston. Nora.
Sorry guys, we're going to call people by their scandal names
because there are quite a few scandal characters. You got Quinn, you got Cyrus, you got Sally,
and they all ate. They did well.
David.
I thought I saw David.
David's in it. Him. Yeah, it is David. He was the investor, the guy, the rich guy on the yacht.
That was David.
It was David. Yeah.
It was.
So when you are in the Shondaland world, you are in.
I don't know why people say that. Who else has had reoccurring like characters apart from Bonnie?
Yeah.
The infamous pilot.
Well, look, the crossover.
That's it. I've never seen someone get recast. But everyone on Twitter was saying one thing about Shonda Rhimes, she'll cast her people. And I was like, but she doesn't. She usually like finds quote unquote fresh talent. I was really glad they all got, because I feel like they're all people who I haven't seen get something major afterwards. Do you know what I mean? So it's good.
Oh yeah, you're like, these guys didn't have a life after Scandal, but now they do.
No, I don't mean it like that. I'm sure they did, and they always do like small stuff I don't mention.
These guys couldn't be Kerry Washington.
First of all,
no one could be.
No one.
Yeah.
I don't know why I love her so much. It's probably unhealthy. I should probably look into that. But
she's amazing.
She is amazing. I thought they were all really fucking good in this.
Yeah, the cast is incredible. The acting is incredible. I thought
the acting isn't incredible. The acting is very, very, very good. It's not incredible. Let's not get crazy, because I'm sure there were points where I was just like, if you don't get this shit off my screen. But I think it's just points where I text you when sorry, you were saying something. When
the labor scene.
That was just she's at her desk, she's typing up to the point where she goes into labor, and then everyone in the office starts clapping as she leaves. I was like, is this a teen movie?
But then what would you do if we were working together, and I started going into labor? You would probably clap me out the door. If we all work together somewhere, and like one of our work friends who we love, we would absolutely clap somebody out the door and be like, "Woo! Oh my god, it's happening!"
Yeah, we would.
Like 100%. That's just what you do when you work.
any less corny. But
no,
yeah,
of course it was corny as hell.
But then there was also like, if you haven't watched the series, I would recommend. It's not I honestly think the first 2 episodes I found hard to get into, but by the third you're like, okay, this is juicy. This is you're giving me something, like it's worth it. So much happens. Jesus.
Yeah, so much happens. The fact that it is based on a true story.
Yeah, and that's another thing we have to clarify. It's based on a true story. Like I think they said they did 4 years of research. Another thing I'll say is I've got my facts from the British newspaper, The Independent. So if you want to go and research it, do yourself, because I did the bare minimum. I've just read a few articles and this is what I know. They did 4 years research, even though, I need to pull up the names because I'm going to ruin it. Anna's friend who got her caught by the police, what was her name?
Rachel,
real life Rachel Quinn, real life Rachel, who wrote a book, has been if I was on her Instagram earlier, and she's been posting stuff like against the show, obviously, because
she's not happy about it, but real life Neff is okay with it, allegedly.
Real life Neff in the show is so fucking cute, adorable. And real life Neff is sexy, I must say. I couldn't help but notice. She's like, I'm a filmmaker. Put your tongue back in your mouth. I'm a serious person. But yeah, real life Rachel, I'm on her Instagram now. And the thing is, real life Rachel doesn't know this. Because real life Rachel... Guys, everything I say has to be taken with a pinch of salt, because this show isn't based on facts. And I think there's people in her comments saying crazy stuff.
Right, talking to her as if they were talking to Quinn, or like, Rachel, the person in the show. Yeah,
but even so, they're saying things like, how could you snitch on your friend? There's loads of snake emojis. There's other people putting hashtag Team Rachel. And I'm just like, you guys are really fucked up in the head. As always, with every show, all this is showing me is everyone needs serious help and hobbies. Because how can you put a snake in her emojis?
Yeah, just get over it. Like,
yeah, online bullying is reserved solely for politicians and racist people. Why are you guys not getting? You can't just do it to everybody. Like I'm on her last page where she's talking about Ukraine and people putting snakes in the comments. The first comment that comes up on my laptop is of snakes, and then Team Rachel.
Oh, for God's sakes.
And then somebody with a blue tick, these bloody blue ticks, like, I can't believe people are demonizing you for doing the right thing. This is why our world is so messed up. Yeah, this is why.
No, come on. On a post about a war, guys, you are missing the point here. Oh my God.
This is why our world is so messed up. Our world is messed up because of the patriarchy, white supremacy, and colonization. That's anything else is just
the unholy trifecta. Everything else is literally a product of it. So
yes. Oh my God, you people are so self-obsessed. This is like the world is messed up because people think that calling the police on somebody is a little extreme. Is that why the world's messed up? I would love to know if that part's true, but I feel I can't. I don't know. I'm not reading her book. I'm not.
I cannot be asked, and I'll do no research. I do not
care. And
for the show,
Lena Dunham was supposed to make her book into a TV show or a film. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which feels very on brand for her. She feels like Marnie from Girls. She's literally Marnie from Girls before Marnie from Girls was cool.
Oh, you mean Rachel is Marnie from Girls?
Yeah, in real life. Like, she's that kind of person. Like, if you go on her Instagram, and obviously, guys, I don't know her. I'm just trying to
We're talking about the person we're talking about the person in the show.
No, I'm actually saying the way that she portrays herself online. I think this is what
I understand. Yeah,
a lot of people don't understand who are of this like demographic. That you might think that the show is painting you as a villain and painting you in an unsympathetic light, but to the average person, they're not going to have much sympathy for you. Not because they're going to have, maybe they're going to feel shit, like, oh, that was fucked up. What happened in Morocco was fucked up. But they're not, like, with everything that happens every day, like, you're not thinking, oh my God, poor you, your friend lied to you. Like, credit card debt aside, because that was the shitty thing. But like, oh no, the person who you've been partying with and going out with loads is not who they say they are. Like, no.
But for the credit card debt, I did feel like
that credit card debt that she no longer has.
Oh yeah, but before you find that out.
Yeah, it was stressful, but it wasn't. What I'm saying is that's very stressful. I'm not taking that away. What happened to her was crappy and scary, but it seemed to end it wasn't like she was in that situation for that long. And it's unlike the Tinder swindler when you're watching these women, because like there was an article, I think it's in the Times, where they compare it to the Tinder swindler, and I'm just like, it's not the same, because the Tinder swindler women are still paying their debts off. If they were like, oh, we had our debts wiped off, you think I'd give up? No shade.
Also, the Tinder, like that man, like, violated these women in a way that, like, I'm not taking away from this. It's a very different situation,
because it's an intimate relationship. Like,
yeah, and not to say that, you know, like, if your friend or somebody you thought was a friend betrayed you, obviously that's still very painful. No,
that would mess you up,
of course. But if you've like shared a bed with somebody, if you slept with somebody, if you've given yourself like that kind of being that vulnerable with somebody, it's a different thing. And then for somebody to say, I'm in danger, people are after me, like to throw in the threat of danger, like violence, that's.
And it's difficult for me because like watching that, like her, no, like even as a character, I'm not gonna lie, I've known people like that character. Now I'm talking about the character in real life, who are just like, you know what I call a good time girl? Like a white middle class, maybe upper middle class good time girl is one of my least favorite genres of human beings. Like, and I've had friends with money who have friends like that, and I have to tolerate them. And I'm just like, I'm very much the Neff in that situation. Like, why is she here? She's using you.
Well, that's the thing. It's kind of like you never, even though it wasn't actually Anna's money, but say if it had
now
been her money,
guys, leave us alone.
Okay, yeah. Like, why are you really didn't give a shit when you were spending somebody else's money.
And nor should you guys. Throw it up. But it's just the element of white entitlement that you just can't remove yourself from. That's what it's just like even her like not getting fired from Vanity Fair, I would have been, honey, the second they had a sniff that something was suspicious, they would have called the police on me. I don't feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like difficult for people like that to understand why these kind of stories don't really pull on the heartstrings for the average person. And that's why she's going to all these news outlets who are posting all these like articles, like from the Independent to Time, Vanity, I don't fuck with Time, Vanity Fair, the Times, I don't fuck with the Times either. It's just like, I'm not the demographic who's going to be like, oh, and even like I've seen people who like this fashion influencer I follow who's been like, this was weeks ago, saying how dangerous it is, how everyone's in her comments, Anna's comments, saying she's a legend and we shouldn't be idolizing this woman. And I just feel like is it dangerous?
Quite funny, yeah. There's a lot more dangerous things.
It's not. It's like obviously like we get, and when I found out it was 200 grand, I was like, give me a break. So you want me to feel like this woman is a demonic force because she took 200 grand worth of goods from hotels that make how much money? Like, it doesn't, I know, I get what people are saying, but it doesn't really hit the same. It's not like she took money directly from someone, left someone with crippling debt or anything. I know she could have left her friend with crippling debt, but you know, all's well that ends. I've had more fucked up stuff happen to me. I didn't get a book to it.
Okay. And you know, hats off to her if she managed to convince people to fund her foundation.
No, I won't get that. Oh, the foundation part. Everything. I'm not going to say hats off to her for her lies, because I would say I'm pretty much neutral. That's like, I don't think her behaviour is good. I just don't. I'm not going to throw rocks at her. Do you know what I mean? It's like I'm not celebrating it, but it's also not. I feel like other people's reactions are a bit extreme, maybe because I didn't watch it when it first came out, so I didn't see how people were like putting her on a pedestal. But this whole team Anna, team Rachel, like, grow up. Like, there are no
really team no one.
No one. And people
team,
in her comments,
the journalist, team Vivian.
Yeah.
I liked, but I also love her as an actress.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, she's so good.
I thought because her character is based on a real journalist whose name I now can't.
Jessica, somebody.
We are so well researched here.
Jessica, she wrote an article for The Cut.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, sorry, I've lost my trail of thought. Oh, my favourite random fact was the real life trainer who Laverne Cox's character was based on, who is also a founding member of Equinox, which I thought was very impressive, trained Laverne Cox in real life.
Oh, wait, Laverne Cox is a founding member of Equinox, or this trainer is?
Because of course. No, you know, she portrays a trainer.
Yes.
The trainer who she portrays is a founding member of Equinox. There's a lot of them have had their names changed. But I'm talking about her in real life. The trainer in real life. Forgotten again. Sorry, guys. Oh, she trained Laverne Cox. I just thought that was funny, like coincidentally. So this is like, they're really like the who's who of whoever I'll never know.
Yeah. It just goes to show, though, what you could get away with if people think that you're rich and white.
Yeah, and European.
People will just people will be like, oh yeah, well, she's good for it, of course, and they'll let you not pay for something because they assume, oh, you'll pay your tab later.
You're good.
How do you know?
There's nothing better than being good for it.
Yeah.
Also, what was I going to say? Oh, I was going to say, in London, one of the things I found interesting, like at first in London, was meeting people, like a lot of people who were either studying or interning, who were like children of wealthy people abroad. And then there are random shady characters around. Not shady, but they're not shady. They're just I'm not sure. Like, there's always someone who's like, we don't know how their parents made them.
Oh, is it like, yeah, could
you know what I mean? There's always a question mark or two around. But it is very realistic. Like, whenever I've been in London around really rich people, not necessarily people I know, but maybe in an environment where there are really rich people, I look around, there's always some characters who are just like,
yeah,
shady as hell, but not like not in a racist, xenophobic way. Just like, yeah, there's always questionable conversations, and like the power play is always weird. That's why going to like members clubs and stuff like that isn't always fun, because it can be really weirdly dark in the weird way.
It's not for me, especially when you're like off your face on coke, as everybody is. It's just very like,
not necessarily.
Oh, come on, most people
obviously are. I don't know, everyone's drunk, that's for sure. Smoking cigars in the smoking area. Like, where am I?
Don't take pictures of people. No, there's no one here. Okay.
They don't.
That's the stupid thing about like Soho or Shoreditch House, at least. It's just the no pictures house policy is crazy, because I'm like, who do you think you are? Shoreditch House.
Shoreditch House
you are not like
normal people there.
It's all normal people now. Do you know what I mean? Like, once upon a time, fair enough, but like, it's not that exclusive.
Ouch.
Not
to me, to certain listeners, I'll be like, I paid a lot of money. Shoreditch House has always been a bit more, I think it's supposed to be a bit more like normal. I've never been in Shoreditch House and had an experience where I've been at different kind of members clubs where I felt like I've looked around and been like, oh no, like you look like you have like an older gentleman who like looks like he has money. You know what I mean? I've never been at Shoreditch House.
No, not like Groucho Club.
I've never been there.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really been to, and certainly not in many years. The days of me going to members clubs on somebody else's membership, obviously.
That's what I'm saying. On somebody else's dime. My own. That's another thing. So how can you really begrudge these young people of going out? Because that's part of going out.
It was not on somebody else's dime. It was just on somebody else's membership.
Which I would, I see what you mean. I've
chipped in. Pay, yeah, of course. You buy round. You don't just like expect. No. To be fair, I've obviously have had some nights where I haven't paid for.
Yeah, absolutely. That's when there's some random man paying for it.
But you know, if that's what he wants to do, then yeah, up to a certain point, and then you're like, oh God, get me out of here.
Yeah, I know. You're like, how far am I willing to take this tonight? Yeah, because I'm bored now.
Why did I take it this far? Even
you kind of just want to see how far. You're like, what can I get? Is he gonna
buy me a boat? Coy like, oh yeah, what are we gonna do? And you're thinking you're that crazy cool girl that can do this, and actually you're like
terrified.
Damn it! And then something like, okay, let's go, and you're like.
Absolutely not. I have work in the morning.
I don't want to anymore. Goodbye. Or then you're like, okay, fine. And then suddenly you're like, no, why?
Oh my God, no, I've only ever been to, and you remember this story, I won't tell the story, I've only ever been to like one older rich guy's house, and it was like, even though he wasn't scary, from the second I met him, like we were like on our own, I was just like, why am I scared? And no shade, I'm not saying he wasn't even that rich, like I'm rich, but like he wasn't in like a 9-bedroom house in Kensington. It's like, relax. But even in London, even people with, I can imagine New York's even worse, even people with like, because if they know their flat costs millions or whatever, and you're just like a random girl from like who's coming on the train from Hackney. It's like, and yes, guys, I did not know how to pattern it to get stuff. I was like, he was like, I'll pick you up from the station. I was like, okay. Dumbass. Oh God. Anyway, enough. Yeah. Anna
Delvey.
So yeah, it took me a while to get why she was so bad. Like I was like, I don't get what she's doing. If she's applying for a loan, that's fraud for sure, because she's doing under false pretenses. But it was at the same time her intent was genuine, because she did want to start this business. Is that crazy?
This business being a super exclusive club for artists, that only the super wealthy could come and join.
And then calling that a foundation. You are a messy girl.
After your own name. Not only
like the name though. Yeah. But the thing is, if that had taken off, even if she got found out in the end, all these thirsty people would have been there.
Yeah, true. The legacy would have lived on. But I can't say it's like wanky as members clubs are, or society clubs. Like what they probably do exist, but none that I know of. But imagine calling one like the Anna Delvey Foundation. Like these things are not foundations. But it feels very much like you're selling this as a charity, but it's actually 100%. Super exclusive members club, and you're not helping artists, you're only helping rich people.
Isn't that all like art foundations when you kind of think about it? Like they'll do like one or two artists that are like, I don't know what they call them, up and coming, on the outskirts or whatever, but a lot of it is just like just rich people riching.
Yeah.
Is art real or a facade? I'm not saying it isn't. I know there's somebody out there groaning. I'm joking. They're like, shut up.
Just in general, shut up.
Like you chose to listen to this. Blame yourself.
What did you think of How about like the relationship with Nora?
Nora Jones is all I can think of. Who's Nora?
Sally Langston. Because it's kind of also like with Val, you know, her best friend Val, he was doing the same thing. The guy, you know, not in the same way to the same extent as Anna, but also kind of.
No, like there's a difference. Well, I think the message is generally there's nothing wrong with
having a benefactor.
Yeah, basically. And then even like think about, well, maybe you haven't, but there's times in my life where I've had a benefactor. Not like that, definitely not like that, but I've definitely had people help me out, and like I've stayed with people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, of course. But like I guess what I'm saying is at that point, what Anna was doing to Sally was sort of like she was kind of just staying, but it was a different thing because I suppose they all thought that she was just a rich person staying there, whereas Val, everybody knew his situation.
No, it's not even that, because Val had, I think it's the intent. Val had no agenda. Like he was just living there. Like he worked in fashion and he lived there and he was just chilling.
But people knew that it was like, well, he'd never be able to, like it was helping them out. Whereas Anna was not staying there to mutually beneficial. Yeah, of course. But with Anna, it's like, hey, come just stay here.
No, it's the fact that she had like an ill intent. Like maybe she didn't intend to rob her in the beginning, but she needed to get somewhere.
Yeah, she needed to stay somewhere. And
no, not even that. She needed to like get to level 2, and she was like riding the horse to the next stage. Whereas the guy who worked in fashion, it wasn't like he was
he was just doing his job and needed somewhere to stay, and like was friends with
that. He was. I don't think he needed. I'm sure if push comes to shove, he could afford to live somewhere else. He's living there because he's rich and he has a nice house.
But he wanted a nice like lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is
But there's a difference between like living somewhere and like benefiting from someone's lifestyle and living somewhere and wanting to like take from someone.
Yeah,
like she had an intention to take. I thought the most interesting relationship was actually her and that guy. That was her boyfriend.
Chase?
That I would love to see an interview by him in real life. Now that is to go because they were so odd.
Yeah.
And the fact that he obviously, I mean, we have no idea in the show. It's portrayed as though they're in love, but she's lying, but he seems to be worse than her. His app was so dumb.
If that was the real concept, then yeah. Although cut to like 10 years.
No, there is an app now that's really heavily advertised on TikTok that records you while you sleep, and then it just plays you the highlights of what you say.
Oh, but that's already, you can get that on Sleep Cycle does that.
Yeah, it's Sleep Cycle.
Do you remember when I sent you the soundbite of baby fussing, but it was actually my cat Brody just meowing?
Oh my God, yes, I forgot.
But his app was more like, like recording your dreams, not just what you're saying.
I mean, I'd love to see my dreams again. Actually, no, my vivid dreams are horrible.
That's probably not too far-fetched an idea, but just not right now, and certainly not then.
Yeah, my nightmares have only just stopped. Like for a good 4 to maybe 6 weeks, I was having some intense dreams that every morning I was waking up, I was feeling like, oh God, like I had a nightmare. And moving on. He said something that made me laugh. He was like, maybe if we were like, who knows, if we could see in his TED Talk, if we could see into people's dreams, maybe we could like predict pandemics and wars. I'm like, we can.
We literally can, but we just don't do anything about them. Yeah, we only do it so that we can make money out of them. And when I say we, I definitely don't mean Ruth and I.
There's like wars, you can definitely predict when a war's coming. Like, I don't think there's ever been a war then everyone's like, oh! Like there's a build up to it. Do you know what I mean? They're always like tensions rising, there's a war.
Yeah.
Troops on the way. It's never like
boom, sneak attack.
What am I saying? That's a very Euro washed version of history, because these people love it. They love a sneak attack. I'm talking like half of the world wasn't colonized. How do I think that happened?
We're just here to make friends and learn from you and take your land.
And it's not like they came once, like the British just kept coming. What a ratty thing to do. Like, do you know what I mean? Just keep.
Not
sick.
Just the British.
But that's the history I know.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
And I know a little bit about what the Portuguese did. Sick. And oh my God, the Belgians. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. Sorry.
The Netherlands conquered quite a lot of places as well.
Never heard that history. The only thing I know about the Netherlands is wandering to the towns and you will meet racist people, and weed is legal. And they make good music, from what I've heard. I mean, the immigrants make good music, from what I've heard. Yeah. Shout out to the Dutch. Let us know some fun facts about you.
Where have you colonized?
Outside of what we've listed. What's your colonial history and how do you celebrate it outside of that blackface fest? Woo! Europe is a hoot. What are we talking
about? Inventing Anna.
Yeah. She said about real life Anna Delvey said about her parents, the depiction of her parents wasn't that off. Although she originally said she wasn't going to watch it. So I was like, okay, what am I
like hell. Loved it.
I wouldn't not be. I would be annoyed because like watching, not if I do something good or bad, I'd be annoyed watching that because it's just like they're never going to get it 100%. And you know it's for TV, so they have to dramatize it. So there's bits where I'd just be like, honey, that didn't happen.
Let me sit down and let me tell you.
Yeah. But apparently the reporter...
salacious things.
Oh my God, I know. Oh my God. Firefest, that happened. She lived with him.
That's good.
I'm sure the dialogue didn't happen, but the fact that she actually lived with the guy is hilarious.
Yeah.
And they made him so much more handsome in the Netflix special. In real life, no shade. Honestly, if they ever did like a, not that they ever will, I'm guessing I'd have to do something pretty bad to get a Netflix special on my life. Please don't make the actress hotter than me. Like, I have enough issues. I want somebody on a par.
Yes, yeah, I suppose. I was just going to say, no, definitely make them hot, but then I think, actually, no, maybe you're right.
But they will because it's acting.
They have
Actors
to,
are always hot. It's just weird. The more I think about that, the weirder it is. Why do you have to be hot to be an actor? That means we're only seeing the people who are good and also happen to be extremely hot. What about the people who aren't hot and are good? They're probably better.
Well, there's, the problem with showbiz.
Shout out to showbiz. There's no business. I mean, I don't know any businesses, let alone showbiz. So.
We're trying to crack showbiz.
Are we?
Yeah.
No, there's that Denzel quote, isn't there, where he says that people who can like do it, it's kind of like the teaching quote, people who can like do it, and then the people who can't talk about it. We're the talkers. We're not trying to
absolutely Hollywood. Yeah, we're the sayers, not the doers.
Yeah, unless you want to be like a Perez Hilton. I don't want to be a celebrity gossip person.
I don't have the singers for it.
I don't have the. I mean, I think I'm quite judgmental, but when it comes down to it, I find it difficult to.
I was going to say I don't have the mean streak for it, but I definitely do. But also, I don't want that mean streak really to be. I don't want to cultivate that and actually encourage it. You know what I mean? Like,
because if you make that your business, yes, if you make your business, then you have to encourage yourself to be mean. Before you know it, you've become someone you don't even recognize.
And then I'm too fragile to have people come at me in the way that I come at them. So.
Treat others the way you want to be treated, and it's just it's detrimental to society. Who wants to do something that actively destroys lives?
Absolutely
nobody.
Nope.
Except for tippy inspectors. I don't even think they want to do it. They're just doing their jobs, man.
It's a job. They needed a job, and that was what was available.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, some of them though, some of them love it. They love it
on a trip.
Yeah, not as bad as the police. Nobody is, but
yeah.
Inventing Anna. Who else is there that we haven't discussed? Oh, the reporter in real life was pregnant while she did the research and wrote the article. She said heavily pregnant.
It would be quite a mad turn to make her pregnant in the show if she wasn't actually. You know, it's like that's such a key part of like her story.
We haven't talked about Pasta Casey. the dish that is Pasta Casey. I still think him and Mindy should have ended up together.
That's just crazy talk.
Why? They were so cute.
Yeah, but he was also a bit, I don't know, or like he needed to figure some things out for himself.
Yeah, but they should have got back together. You know, when they saw each other at that party and then he got in the pool with her, was that Danny? I forget. Yeah, we need to do the Mindy Project on this show. But sorry, the actor who plays Pastor Casey in the Mindy Project played the husband of the reporter. We don't know any names here.
No. I think he's called Anders something. I feel like he's got a Scandi sounding. I think he's, yes.
He's like a
fact check.
The fact that I have to Google Pastor Casey is hilarious.
What else would you Google?
His name?
But we don't know his name. That's what we're trying to find out.
It says full name, Casey Pearson. I was like, his real name's Casey? Obviously not. Profession, sneaker maker, DJ press.
See what I mean? He really needed to just like figure some stuff out.
Mindy was the most ridiculous person. They absolutely were made for each other. Both so ridiculous.
Yeah, but Mindy like knew what she wanted to do. She had that down.
Only because that's the thing. There are still only a few of them, but there are still professions where you get a cheat code: doctor, accountant, lawyer. You've got a job forever.
Yeah, totally. But you have to have like that vocation to even want to do it. Otherwise, you just never will. Case in point.
His name is Anders Holm.
And
yes, is it Holm? Yes. I feel like it's Holm. HOLM.
I think if you were pronouncing it the British way, it would be home. But if it was the Scandi way, it would be home.
Yeah, sounds like.
But I really don't know.
Honey, we're going with it. I love that we're doing. This is where we do a deep dive. Come on, Anders. I love him. Whenever he comes on screen on any show, I'm like, yeah.
You watch Workaholics?
Yeah, only the first season.
Yeah,
it was quite funny.
Yeah, I think it got a bit too. It was just a bit too
laddish
for me. And don't get me wrong, like I can watch like lad drama, lad lols. But
name a lad. I know a lad.
Sorry, the In-Betweeners. What were you going to say? I don't know why I say that. Like such. Like the In-Betweeners because I love it so much. So embarrassing for me.
I recently watched the second film because I was like, I never did watch the second In-Betweeners.
I've seen the second film.
Give it a spin. See how ridiculous it feels now. You're like, I cannot believe I watched.
Sorry, what show did you think I was going to say?
The one where they do, it's American. They have like that fantasy football league. Yeah,
the league. Yeah,
there are some really funny people in that.
Yeah, it's a pretty like star-studded comedy.
Still a very basic show.
Of course it is.
It's one of those shows where I'm like, why do I watch this?
Why is it got 5,000 seasons? How did it just keep rolling?
Everything else gets cancelled. This is what they keep. But it's the low budget thing, you know? I'm not saying that they're hashtag low budget. I'm saying I don't know. I said hashtag
production value is probably pretty low.
It's easier to make than
It's just you just need one set.
They cancelled
like one production stage, different.
One set of wardrobes.
What are we talking about? We don't fucking know anything about TV. We wish
it must
we
be cheaper to make than Good Girls, though.
You go on one Paramount LA tour and you think you know everything about filming a show.
Show business.
Those tours are so fun, though.
I've never been.
There's like lot tours.
I don't think I ever will.
I never thought I would, but
then there you were.
And then there I was in the little
and all you heard was beep, beep, beep. And you were all...
What, me? Oh my God, I'm on. And then that's how I got discovered in my dreams.
Oh my God. No, that would be a dream worth keeping. Or would it? Would that be a sad alternative to reality?
No, I don't think I'd want to be thrust into the limelight, Ruth. I don't think it's for me.
Who is thrusting acid? First of all, that's not an immediate danger.
First of all,
that's not something you need to worry about.
Not the thrust I want.
Honestly, I need something gentle. I don't want any thrusting. A voice in my head said, "You'll take what you can get." Wow. It's true. Right there with you, boys. Oh God.
Overall,
I'm still on real Rachel's Instagram. It's just like she's like literally like traveling, taking perfect photography pictures. Like she's like living her peak Instagram life. I'm just like, this cannot be the woman who's posting articles making me feel bad. Like, give me a break. I'm sorry it happened to you, okay? Now let me enjoy my show.
I did a bit of a like semi deep dive on Anna Delvey's Instagram.
Cool. Okay.
I've got nothing else to say about it. I just did it.
She still follows Neff. That's how I found her.
Oh, nice. Well, sorry. That's disgusting. What would you give it out of 10?
7.8, 9.
Okay.
2.9, depending on what the episode is. overall, probably 7.8.
Yeah, I think it was I still think
it's very entertaining, and there's about 3 or 4 episodes in the middle that are just like, mwah, like insanely good TV.
What did you think about her lawyer?
Apart from my mild crush on him. First of all, okay, I get why they did it, and maybe it's what happened in real life, but it's so the lawyer and the real life lawyer is the most TV thing I've ever seen. When you see a side by side,
polar up, you're like, okay, yeah, but also it's not as extreme as that one, but oh no, maybe they don't show the two side by side. I was going to say the lawyer, as in the financial lawyer, who is trying to get her all the money, and then
I think I remember. Yeah,
he's Mark from ER.
There. Okay, I get. I knew I recognised him.
I recognised. I had to look it up. He does look different.
He looks so different. Like, the last time I saw him, he was dying.
I know. Oh man,
it was him, right?
Yeah. Of the brain tumour.
Oh my God! I cannot believe that's Mark.
Mm-hmm.
That is the saddest thing I've ever seen. That brain tumour stuff.
The what? The brain tumour. Yeah, no, that was a heartbreaking storyline on ER, guys, not on Inventing Anna.
Yeah, well, just talking about any show that we like. We always bring up ER.
There's connections, the actors. For sure. Not always.
It is him. He looks so different. You are so good at spotting people. I love that. That is crazy.
But yes, her defense lawyer.
Yeah.
In show versus like Todd
real
in
life.
Show. Is it Todd versus out?
I don't know his real life.
There was a. I don't want to because it's just a bit harsh to say there's a glow up, but
it's not. It's like on TV, lawyers always look like super handsome and stuff, but in real life, lawyers never look like that. They look like they're having a hard time and they haven't seen sunlight for 5 years.
Or sleep. Because
so when I saw the real him, I was like, that's what a lawyer looks like.
That makes sense, yeah.
His wife, though, in the show, the lawyer's wife, like the debutante or whatever, he's from Manning. She was dragging me nuts towards the end. I felt like it was, I felt like it was
a debutante who doesn't work.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I wasn't being sexist. I was poking fun at the fact that she came from Manning.
Yeah. And she just waltzed into her a job her
but maybe at the root of it is sexism, because maybe if she had been a man, I would have said it like the rich bitch lawyer rather than
it was I don't think
I love calling
he's
him
a rich bitch.
He's a rich bitch.
Yeah, I thought it did annoy me, and I guess because we've like the way that they develop the characters, you naturally are drawn to, I guess, the lawyer. But it annoyed me when she was getting annoyed with him for wanting to like
finish the case. Obviously, he's not going to Mexico. Like, cancel the trip.
Yeah, let him be.
Let it go.
Just stop it. But then I suppose if you were in that situation as the wife, you might be a bit like, do I ever get to come first?
Yeah, but it's only just started, which made me, it just felt like an add-on to the storyline. It was like, you got to develop this more. Like,
true, yeah, like she'd been so supportive all the way up to it, and then suddenly it was like,
she's so tired,
we're going to get divorced. You're like, wait, what? But
why?
You were like quite good. I thought that this was a like strong marriage.
Yeah, I didn't get it, but it said it, didn't it? I don't know if it said it there or if it said it somewhere else, that he had heart problems. Not heart problems, sorry, health problems. And it caused him to cut down on work and spend more time at home. So he could actually just be a workaholic in general. Mm-hmm. Yeah, wasn't really explained through the character. But I also recognise the guy who played the lawyer, but I can't be bothered to check that for him. But yeah, it was fun. It was good. Overall,
yeah, so next up we should do, or you should start watching if you haven't already, The Dropout.
I don't know if I can do another like white scammer.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you want to
honestly it's
ethnic?
Like, I have to. I'm just like
ethnic scanner.
The white scammers through their lens is just like okay. I don't know. This is a bit of
a different scam. I mean, I guess all scams, but this is the nature of it is the science scam.
I definitely want to watch this, but even like I've already heard around her, like race comes into it so much in the way she's been like accepted and how easy it was for her to do, and it's just like I don't know if I want to do this again. But I have to watch that in general because I don't get what she did, like what she faked. I know she had a business that had a lot of investment. I know she was doing talks, but I still don't get what it was that she was actually supposed to be researching, if that makes sense.
It was a device that was supposed to be able to test you for like up to 70 different ailments or illnesses in just one single drop of blood.
Oh,
but it was something that you could have in your, I think originally it was supposed to be in your own home, but then she started targeting retailers, so it could be in like a Walmart or exactly.
Oh, I would love that.
But the technology was just so many years off, and she just kept faking that she had, that it was there, and I think she was trying to get cozy with the FDA to
from what I hear, that isn't hard.
What talk about let's look at the Sacklers and OxyContin.
Has anybody done a docu-series on that? They have, haven't they? I haven't watched
Dope it. Sick.
I need to watch that.
It's very good, but it's also like
heavy.
Fucking hell.
There's no way that story could ever be good.
Not at all.
Once you say
it's
sorry, one more question about Blood Drop Woman.
Yeah.
Is it a documentary or a series?
It's a series. It's a dramatization.
I want to because I
think based on the same as Inventing Anna, they were both based on podcast. Like one of them was a dramatized podcast, and one of them was just like an actual podcast that did like the deep dives and the research.
Oh, like what we should be doing before we open our mouth.
We do the very watered down version. Like some other podcast does some really deep diving investigative research, then some big network picks it up and makes a load of money on it, and then it comes to us and we just say whatever shit we want.
Here are a few facts I read on The Independent mixed with my problematic opinion.
My own personal views that are grounded in nothing.
Oh, but a lot of prejudice.
But prejudice, yeah.
But I'll tell you exactly
prejudice
why
and hate and probably hunger.
Oh my God. Holt, are you hungry, angry? What's the L?
Drunk.
A loser or tired?
Oh, tired. Holt. Hungry, angry.
Loose?
Lazy?
No.
No, that's a bit much.
You lazy.
Holt, are you hungry and angry and lazy and tired? Well, then stop.
Holt
go to bed.
Stands for...
Yeah, I need to know what the L stands for.
Hungry, angry, lonely, or tired.
Shitting hell. Don't hit me with the loneliness.
Hey
yes.
There, lonely girl. It's important to know. I'm going to start halting more.
True, yeah.
It's like, why would I want to halt? The party... Okay, no. So. I wonder if Anna, what's her name, knew Kesha. I don't know why, but I feel like they met.
I'm sure that many people met Anna Delvey.
Was Kesha, how was she a socialite?
I don't know what her life was like before she came to music. I just always assumed that she was I don't know.
Wikipedia will tell me.
Wikipedia will tell all of us.
Oh God, she's just... Oh God, it's just everyone's life is just the life of the average person. That's why inventing Anna's stories, like, I feel like people just need to live in a constant fantasy. It's just, yeah, that was not her life at all. She was, I don't know where I got that from. She was not a socialite. Yeah, it seems like she had like a difficult childhood just because like of money, as usual, struggling financially. Yeah, it's literally struggled financially, relied on welfare and food stamps to get by. Sorry, Kesha, don't know where I got that from. Oh, but she got near perfect score on her SATs and then attended Barnard College, an affiliate college of Columbia University, but instead dropped out because of music, basically. But still, to even get in, absolute, because that's 90% of the battle.
And excuse me, guys,
that's kind of like auto-tune on your voice. Are you tired?
or are you just singing like any British pop star?
It still makes me laugh that you don't know who Becky G is, just because I only just like really understood who Becky G was, and now I feel like I need to tell you off air how I know, and you'll remember. You'll laugh.
Okay,
you'll laugh.
Why does it have to be off air?
Because I don't like saying things that could be
sound-bited against us.
Not even just that, if like sounds mean, because I'm not saying I won't say it in real life. It's just again, some things always sound worse in a recording, and I just feel like you should be kind as much as you can. So stop leaving snake emojis. Although it did make me laugh. What is wrong with you, love? People really pour their hearts out in the comments, and I'm not saying anything, but there is only a particular demographic that is Team Rachel.
It's all the Rachels out there. Yeah. All right. Well, I feel like we've run out of things to say.
As always,
it was a good show. It was something to do, something to watch. So I would recommend watching it.
Halt. Guys, if you're stressed, if you're looking to abuse substances, including alcohol, halt. If you're going to make a crazy decision, halt. Ask yourself, are you hungry? Angry? Lonely or tired?
Yeah.
Address the root of the issue. Yeah, address them.
All of them. You could be any combination. You could be 1, 2, 3, or 4.
And yeah, you might think maybe if I just drink a litre of vodka, that would solve all of the problems, but it might not.
It's just going to make you hungrier, angrier, more lonely, and definitely knock you out tired. So,
yeah.
I guess our advice is step away from the vodka.
Am I talking to myself? Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, actually, speaking of...
and don't scam anybody.
Oh, absolutely. Stay away from scamming.
You can't. They always find you.
Well, as in, stay away from...
Oh, don't scam.
You being tempted to scam. And, you know, if you get caught in a scam, don't beat yourself up.
And don't leave snake emojis in people's bloody
comments. Don't.
Unless they're...
But I will leave you guys with this one story. So yesterday, for the first time in a long time, I say a long time, only like a few months, I decided to open a bottle of wine at home and have a drink by myself, which I feel like is always a slippery slope. But anyway, never mind. So I couldn't be bothered to go out and get a bottle of wine. So I just found one in the hallway at my house. I share
Which sounds crazier than it is.
Yeah, I share a hallway with my brother-in-law and sister. They live in the apartment below me, so it's not like it's a shared hallway with just anybody. And I was just stealing wine. And it's really, really nice. And now it's just occurred to me that maybe it was actually a special bottle of wine, like something like a birthday bottle. Because it's not just like your average like supermarket wine. Like it looks like a nice fancy bottle. It tastes nice. And I'm now just convinced, oh shit. It's kind of wine where it's like, I don't know where or how I'm going to have to replace this with the same bottle.
Oh no.
No, it's fine. I just won't say anything. And to be honest, it's been there for ages, so I'm like, leave wine there at your own risk.
Say, I think the delivery. Don't say that, guys. I'm not saying she should blame.
No, it's been like the whole way for like months and months.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying it wasn't a special bottle of wine that was given to somebody for somebody's birthday, but the point is,
why would you leave it there?
Yeah, it's
because I trust my sister not to drink my wine. That was your first mistake.
The hallway is where things go. Like my brother-in-law I'll often find like random like things like sweet packets or chocolate or stuff in the hallway or biscuits, because my brother-in-law will have opened a packet, started eating them, and then put them in the hallway to to keep them away, see no evil, like get it away. I can't have the temptation. And he always be like, you need to take it, Natalie. Just like, why don't you take it upstairs? You take it. I'm like, no, I also can't. Don't give me the temptation. Fucking hell.
It's fair. Yeah. I mean, if it's hallway wine sounds like a free pass, so why not?
It's absolutely a free pass. So.
Did I tell you about the time I was staying at my sister's and she literally looked me in the eye and said, do not drink this bottle of whiskey? It wasn't hers. In the morning, the next day, I think I was at work. I got a text saying, you drank the whiskey I specifically told you. The fact that I don't even remember doing that, that's when I knew I had to drink it with self-control.
But had you come back from being out somewhere, or do you think that you were just drinking it? You were already just at home. And
I was at home. I think had a bit of something else, like a drink or something else. I'm not saying I was on high.
yeah.
Okay, I might have had a little smoke. I can't remember if it was that night before I came home. Oh no, I think I just had a drink, and I just thought the fact that I don't remember doing that is nuts. Like, what am I doing? Like, is it just built into me that I just see whiskey and I'm like, obviously I'll drink this? And apparently I drank like a significant amount. Didn't remember.
How'd you feel in the morning?
Terrible, like I always do. No, I'm joking. That's the thing about having like poor sleeping habits or whatever. It's just like
sometimes you always wake up tired. So
yeah, it's like, what's the difference? I woke up fresh this morning, like it was lush. It's like, oh heaven. Then your body starts kicking. all its usual shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that's our cue.
Yeah, we gotta go.
We do indeed. Thanks as always, guys.
Thanks for listening, guys. I'm actually genuinely grateful. Thank you.
Yeah, we are only out here doing what we do because of you.
Honey, really? No, I'm joking. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have negged you. I'm sorry.
I shouldn't have immediately started laughing. I could have made that through sincerely.
Yeah, it's good to have a bit of a nervous laugh, you know? I don't know why. I'm trying to think of a benefit. Oh, you get to laugh more.
Oh, cute. I'm happy that I laugh when I'm nervous because it means I get to laugh more.
Laugh all the time.
Laughter is the best medicine, they say.
Oh my God, that has to be a cartoon character. Already love.
Anyway, we'll see you next week, guys. Bye.
Bye. Rewind the tape. Okay, that was really bad.